Well, this battle over the contraception mandate in the healthcare law has so far been largely a religious and political argument, but now it could become a legal issue as well, as the attorney generals of 3 states are now threatening to file suit against the White House. Joining me now is one of those states' attorney general, Republican Alan Wilson from South. Good to have you here this morning, sir. Welcome.
Thank you.
So tell me about your case. How would you bring this? What's the argument?
Well, first off, the number of attorneys general is growing by the hour, and I expect far more AGs to take a leadership role in challenging this. Absolutely. I've been talking with my colleagues around the country, and there's a sense of outrage at what the administration is doing. You know, we're waiting with bated breath right now to see what the administration is going to do. I understand they're going to try to soften their policy regarding the exemptions for religious organizations. But what you have is a policy being promulgated by HHS Secretary Sebelius that basically penalizes religious institutions for ministering through an educational institution like a university or college or a soup kitchen or a medical facility, ministering to people outside of their faith. And so the exemption is so narrow that it pretty much excludes all of those types of entities, and you're basically penalizing people for exercising their right to have their faith.
Let me ask you this. There's a lot of sort of, thoughts floating around about what this accommodation that they've announced will be. The president's expected to announce it sometime today. We don't know what it is yet. But one of the lines of thinking is that it may be that women who have, insurance programs through these Catholic entities or religious entities in general, that they would get sort of, they would pay a lower premium so that they could take their own money and purchase that contraceptive care elsewhere. Would that be enough to make you think twice about pursuing this?
I believe anything short of widening the exemption to include any religious entity performing any type of ministry, period, whatsoever, should be excluded and exempted from this mandate at a minimum.
Your argument is that they need to broaden the definition of what a Catholic institution is. So basically all of these entities would be right in there with the church.
Well, and like I said, the Catholic, their Protestant faith, their Jewish faith, the Jewish faith is out there operating in hospitals, operating in soup kitchens, operating in civic organizations and educational institutions. They're ministering to people outside their faith.
Thank you so much, Attorney General Wilson from South Carolina. Good to have you today.